stream.
Tak ja vám prajem všetkým, ktorí nás sledujú, príjemný podvečer.
Ladies and gentlemen or viewers, good evening. As you can see, my name is Petra Houskova, and I'm a founder of Oto Gallery in Košice, Slovakia, which contribute to the contemporary art scene and has been doing it so for 5 years. I'm also a coordinator of the International Artist Residence Program, Košice Artist in Resident, and I would like to thank the Art Transparent Foundation and Karolina Pianek for having us as a partner of this project, which I believe is very important within the V4 countries. And I'm really glad that I can welcome and introduce Oto Hudec, who accepted my invitation, which I'm grateful for. So let me very briefly start by introducing my guests, and then we'll discuss, or basically we'll receive his presentation and discuss about it. Oto Hudec is an artist that I hold in high esteem. He has graduated from the Fine Arts College in Bratislava, and he graduated in painting, and this is basically what he's focusing on since then, what he's been focusing on since then. However, recently he started combining different media, such as a picture, a photograph, a video, or music, for example, or film. And his installations are very generous and they're very interesting. And apart from the socially oriented projects, he also works with excluded communities and groups, and he's also focusing on the topic of climate change and environmental topics. And basically, this is the focus of today's discussion, as he himself likes to say, and it's actually something that you can also find on his blog. And I think I've forgotten the name. I think it's Flying Fish. So he himself says that in art, he aims to, or basically he believes that art should be a tool of social change, but it's also very important for him to, for the arts to preserve the aesthetic aspect and to express beauty. And perhaps this is something that he can tell us more about himself. But when you see the examples of his work, I believe you will see it with your own eyes. Let me also mention that Oto has been living and working in Portugal for 5 years, on and off, after his graduation, and he also exhibited in countries such as South Korea, Portugal, Cape Verde, the US, and Austria. And his Nomadia Traveling Museum is also part of the collection of prestigious Centre Pompidou in Paris. And I believe this is quite enough by means of introduction. And I'd like to pass the floor on to Oto if he has something to add. or something you want to tell us. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you for this introduction. I don't think I need to introduce myself anymore because I believe it was quite exhaustive, but I would like to say a big thank you for having me and for giving me this opportunity to present the things that I am working on or have been working on, and also some of the activities that perhaps go beyond the art sphere. And in order to save time, I would like to jump in medias res right in the middle. So let me start by saying the parts as they are not presented in order, but I've sequenced them both. How I basically transferred from sort of meditating and contemplating topics both to activism that I've been focusing on recently, and basically I've moved on to
čo je vlastne trošku taký osobný pohľad na tému, ktorú som riešil. Ja som si tu už niesol v sebe dlhšie túto ideu, že akým spôsobom vyjadriť.
I've been playing with the idea of trying to express some sort of sustainability or a minimum space, use it most effectively in order to ensure one's survival. And I wanted to somehow create that space, and it occurred that an abode would be a good space for that. I've been told that it reminds of the Ark of Noah, but instead of animals, I've actually planted fruits and plants there. All of them are edible. So some fruits, some vegetables, and the work of art, or a significant part of this work of art, was actually the opportunity and the chance for the viewers to come and pick the fruits that grew there, or they could somehow contribute to maintaining and keeping the plants alive. So basically, this was also some sort of social experiment lasting throughout the exhibition, which lasted for about 1 to 2 months. And did they survive? Yes, some of them did, some of them didn't. What you can see is the highest plant, that's the tomato that was planted, not from the seeds, but basically as a seedling. And I think the exhibition was open roughly at the same time of the year as we're in now. And there was the time when some of the plants naturally sort of vanished. And the work was also exhibited elsewhere, and it was quite interesting to see that some of the seedlings that had been planted, some of them basically disappeared or dried out, but some actually grew naturally. I actually read somewhere that compost was a part of this work of art too. Yes, you can't see it on this picture, but there was a table as well where some of the parts and unseen parts of the boat were portrayed, and there was also a space for compost, and there was also a beehive, which wasn't real, but it was supposed, it was meant to suppose, or it was meant to remind us of a beehive. Basically, the idea behind the work is that I wanted to show that the nature is really a complex system. And actually, there's also a toilet there when I look at it. And what you can see here is also a tent, which was important because I tried to take the idea even further. In the long term, I've been encountering the situation when I'm sort of